Today we're going to go over a mistake you might be making when you're doing single leg jumps. All right, single leg jumps seem easy enough, right? I am here, I want to get there. How do I do that? Well, you've got to wrap your brain around what we're trying to accomplish when we do these. I'm not just trying to get my foot from here to there. I'm trying to move my center of mass from here to there, and that changes everything. Because oftentimes what we'll see as coaches is someone set up, swing this leg, kick it out, and try to reach for position, right? So it'll look something like this. You'd be here, like so, right? I got from here to here, but it was incredibly inefficient. There was actual no training effect when it comes to a jump, and that doesn't help me on the field because once I reach with my foot, I'm stuck. I can't go anywhere else. What we want instead is to actually load this leg and this hip and use that to drive us out. Now, there is some kick, right? That's always part of it, but we don't want to rely on that. And I see far too often athletes do because it's easier and they feel like they can get further, and it doesn't take nearly as much out of them. It doesn't make them as tired, right? So position I want to be in when I go to jump is much less here and much more here. You've got to drop your hips to the place that's uncomfortable, the place that you feel like you're not going to be powerful from, because that's where the training effect is. It should look more like this, as opposed to this. It's a pretty subtle difference if you're not looking for it, but understand that we are focused on where our hips end up and not just our feet. Because if I'm on the field, right, my foot getting somewhere doesn't do a thing for me because my hips have to catch up. It might actually slow me down. I want to be able to get into a position and react out of it, and reaching with my foot leaves me in no man's land. Now, the reason this matters is because we get on the field, we have to make sure that our hips stay kind of right above our foot if we want to be able to move in any direction, right? So we don't want to end up here. It's really hard to get out of that position, right? But if I take that jump and I make sure my hips are the primary objective, I'm going to be able to get out of that pretty easily and pretty quickly, right? So you're just here, load, push. I can go anywhere from that position. I can land it, open up and go backwards. I can sprint. I can go straight up. The possibilities are endless. But the second that foot gets outside your hips, you are boxed in a poor position to go in one direction. And remember, when we're training, right, we're not performing. Don't worry about how far you go. Worry about the effort that you put in the position that you come out of, because that's going to be what transfers to the field in a beneficial way.